Hello. The purpose of this video is to discuss how to add integers using the red and black popsicle sticks. It's not a mandatory video for you to watch. However, if you think that you need a little bit more explanation, then this video is certainly for you. So I first want to start out by saying the bags that you got that have the red and black popsicle sticks in them have a paper that looks just like this. I took a picture of the paper that says practice 3 directions at the top. So this is what it looks like. I go through, I explain on paper how to answer the first 3 problems on your worksheet. So that's certainly a place to start. You can use that as a modeling technique, but again, sometimes it helps just getting a verbal explanation as well. So that's why I have this video here for you to watch. So I first want to start out by just mentioning some history. I thought this was interesting. So when negative numbers were first invented, they didn't have, and that's sort of a strange concept to think like, oh, negative numbers, a number was invented. But yeah, I mean, everything was invented. The letters, the symbols, all of those things came from something. So when negative numbers were first invented, there weren't rules for adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers. So instead, people had to come up with methods to represent this so that it was tangible and they could have some solid understanding of these relationships between negative and positive numbers. So in the beginning, they started using red sticks to count using representing positive numbers, and the black sticks represented the negative numbers when they were adding. And so sticking with that tradition, I decided that I would use red and black popsicle sticks for you in the classroom just because I thought it was a really neat idea. Now, eventually, our ancestors came up with rules and they said, wait a minute, this is really silly. We don't need these sticks to help us count. It was really just something that was very primitive when it first came out and people were still trying to figure out the relationships between positive and negative numbers. So hopefully, with enough practice, we'll have a good understanding and we'll eventually be able to use these sticks to add integers on our own. So the first thing we need to do is notice that one black popsicle stick is going to represent the number -1. So we have to color code things. So knowing the difference between a black popsicle stick and a red popsicle stick is going to be important because that's going to help us decide if our answers are positive or negative. So definitely being aware of colors is going to be important. One red popsicle stick is going to represent a positive number. So and then this is really like the last big rule is 1 plus -1 is equal to 0. And that's equivalent to saying 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. We know that that's true. We also know that 1 plus -1 is also equal to 0. So when it comes to looking at the popsicle sticks, what that means is one red popsicle stick, which represents +1, not that you need to write the plus sign, but that represents +1, and one black popsicle stick, that's going to represent -1. So those two, if you have one red popsicle stick and one black popsicle stick in the same problem, those popsicle sticks are going to cancel each other out, and the reason for that is because 1 plus -1 is equal to 0. So what will end up happening is when we have 2 colors in a problem. So if we have some red and some black, that means that the problem can be simplified and we need to get rid of the extra popsicle sticks until we only have 1 color left. So we'll keep canceling popsicle sticks out until we're left with just black popsicle sticks or just red popsicle sticks. And whatever is left over after all of that canceling, that ends up being the representation of your final answer. So that's the general rule of thumb there. And I think we are ready to start with example 1 now. So this problem is the same as the first question on your worksheet. So this will be helpful for you, and that way you can start out your worksheet feeling really confident knowing you got this correct. So follow along. as I'm reading the problem to you. So in example 1, we have -1 plus -14. Both of those numbers are negative. So that means that the popsicle sticks that we pull out of our bags are all going to be negative. And so I want you to do the same. Follow along, as I said, as I'm drawing. So -1 is my first number. Ooh, I didn't mean to draw it that way. So that's going to be my popsicle stick. I'm going to draw popsicle sticks on my board so you can visualize that. So this represents -1, and we're adding another additional 14 popsicle sticks that are also negative. We're adding -14, so we need to pull out more black popsicle sticks. We need to pull out 14 black popsicle sticks. So I'm going to draw 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So on your desk, you should have one black popsicle stick on the left side, and you should have a group of 14 black popsicle sticks on the right side. So when you add, they're basically asking, okay, well, what's the total? Add them all up, right? So total, because I don't have any, I have all the same color. All of these popsicle sticks are black. So we don't actually have anything to cancel out or simplify. All we have to do is just add up what we have total. So if you add up the popsicle sticks, that's 15 total popsicle sticks. So -1 plus -14, your final answer is -15. All right, so I would like to expand on this just a little bit more. So we know that the answer is 15 because there's 15 popsicle sticks on our desk. We know that it's -15 because the popsicle sticks are all black. So remember, black represents the negative numbers, red represents the positive numbers. So, so that's the first example. If you would like more explanation, you certainly can pause the video, rewatch, or feel free to ask your teacher. I'm constantly circulating and trying to help people where they get stuck. So let's move on to example 2 if we're ready. So because this is a new problem, we need to clear our desk. So set those old popsicle sticks aside, and we're going to recount. New problem, new page, new popsicle sticks. So in example 2, we're adding 6 plus -7. So 6 is a positive number this time. So we need to have 6 red popsicle sticks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. Okay? And I'm adding -7. So I'm going to have 7 black popsicle sticks also out on the desk. So count with me. Count out 6 red popsicle sticks and 7 black popsicle sticks. And I'm going to draw that as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that represents my 7 popsicle sticks there. Okay, so this is the type of problem where we have 2 colors. We have some red popsicle sticks and we have some black popsicle sticks. So things are going to cancel out. So it goes back to that rule. I'm going to write this in the corner just to remind ourselves of this. We learned that 1 plus -1, or in other words, 1 minus 1, that's equal to 0. If I have 1 red popsicle stick and I also have 1 black popsicle stick in the same problem, that means that they cancel each other out. They're equal to 0. So we can simplify this problem. So what I'd like you to do is one at a time get rid of 1 red popsicle stick and at the same time get rid of 1 black popsicle stick. So we'll do that first. So we'll get rid of 1 red here and 1 black popsicle stick here. So I have fewer red and fewer black popsicle sticks now. But here's the thing. I still have both colors. So you have to keep canceling out until you're left with only 1 color. So either your popsicle sticks that remain are all red or they're all black. So we're not done with this problem because we still have some red and some black that are left on our table. So I'm going to keep picking away. So I'm going to get rid of one more red and one more black. Okay? And again, there's still more to cancel out, so keep going. Get rid of another red and another black. Be very careful that you're getting rid of the same number of reds and the same number of blacks, by the way. So I'll do it again. Cancel out this red, and I'll cancel out this black. I'll get rid of this red. I'll get rid of this black. And then I'll get rid of this red, and I'll get rid of this black. Okay. So if you have been picking the popsicle sticks off the table like I have, you're going to notice that this is what's left on your table. You just have one black popsicle stick. That's what's left. Okay? So that is your final answer. So whatever is left over after you've done all that canceling out, that's your final answer. So let me write, we'll make a little note down below here at the bottom of the page. So ultimately our goal was to figure out what is 6 plus negative 7. Okay, well, we have one popsicle stick left. So we know that the answer is going to be 1, but we also have to decide, is it 1 or is it negative 1? And that's where you have to look again at the color. This is a black popsicle stick, so that means that our final answer should be negative. So there's one popsicle stick, so it's 1, but it's a black popsicle stick, so it's a negative 1. So your final answer to example 2 is negative 1. So 6 plus negative 7 is equal to negative 1. And that's how it's done. There's one more problem that I will do with you in this video. So let's take a look at example 3. So it says add negative 20 plus 20. So once again, this is a new problem. So clear your desk, set aside the popsicle sticks, and we'll recount to make sure that we have the right number for this problem. All right, so negative 2, that's a negative number. So we're going to pull out 2 black popsicle sticks. And we have 20 red popsicle sticks that we need to take out because we're adding positive 20. So bear with me here. We have 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I added 20 popsicle sticks to my table. So making sure that you actually pulled out 20 popsicle sticks is important. You don't want to add more than 20. So when you are counting on your desk, it's vital that you actually check, did I actually take out 20 red popsicle sticks? No more, no less. Because if you don't count that correctly, you're not going to get the correct final answer in the end. So it's very important that we're counting those popsicle sticks and accurately representing what the problem that they've described for us. Okay, so once again, we have a problem where there are some black popsicle sticks and some red. So there are things that can be canceled out because we know that negative 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. They cancel out. So I'm going to take one black popsicle stick off the table and one red popsicle stick off the table. Those cancel out. I have still I have one black and I still have some reds left over. So I'm going to get rid of one more black and one more red. And by doing so, I only have red popsicle sticks left over. So I know that I'm done canceling out my popsicle sticks because I'm only left with red popsicle sticks. So this that's left over, that's your final answer. So in conclusion, negative 20 plus 20 is equal to, so carefully count how many popsicle sticks you have left. You should be getting 18. But again, the question is our answer positive or negative? Well, this time our popsicles that are left over are red. That red represents positive numbers. So there's 18 red popsicle sticks. So our answer is going to be positive 18. So That concludes all of the examples that I'm going to do for you in this video. But again, if you need someone to sit down and work with you on this, don't be shy. We want this to be an interactive thing, a fun thing where you're figuring out these rules on your own. So definitely don't be shy to ask questions, okay? All right, good luck, guys.